This is no longer a relay, this is war. United States high voltage Norway, Belgium. USA want total dominance. Norway are chasing history for the first time ever. Belgium refused to back down under pressure. One race, one Olympic dream. One nation gets glory, the others leave shattered. And when the final lap hits, everything explodes.
They have the South American number 2, Annie de Bassi, to go on the final leg.
On your marks.
Five teams chasing 2 spots for the Olympic Games in the last heat of Olympic qualifying round 1 for the women's 4x400 meters.
Set.
So we'd expect the USA, even with a couple of their main hitters missing, to be comfortable enough in this heat. Norway with Josephine Eriksson, one from the outside. They're just closing in on Portugal on the outside. Belgium with the USA as a target as well. Naomi van den Broek keeping Kinera Hayes roughly in her sights, so you can see the Hayes has opened up quite a big gap on Belgium. And Brazil on the inside. Strong first 300 meters from Josephine Eriksson of Norway on the outside. Hayes coming up on her inside as our great shots from overhead show you the gaps before the stagger unwinds after the first bend of the second leg. Norway, USA and Belgium, Van den Broek finishing strongly. And Belgium maybe just got the back of the hand ahead of Norway on the outside.
It was a strong leg from the first one on the Norway, but USA is going now. And Belgium is coming closer because the first leg was really difficult for Belgium as well. Because you saw she was on a very small step, but now she can make it a little bit closer.
So the second leg for the USA, Bailey Lear at the moment in pursuit. Down the back for Belgium is Hannah Kless. And for Norway is their hurdler Amelie Yule. Again, those 3 are away from the rest here, and away from Brazil and from Portugal. That is the complete list of 5. So this one is going to come down to the second half of the race. USA, Asher Robinson is about to take the bat for them. Belgium, it will go into the hand of Lieve Schoenmaker. And for Norway, it's Astrid Ertsgaard who takes it on. And even just in the last throws of that previous leg, Norway picked up 5 meters or so in the changeover, but Belgium have quickly closed that down. The eyes are on the second and third battle here, Daphne.
There's the battle. Because you see USA is making a big gap, but it will be a really nice one between Norway and Belgium, because you see they are both relaxed in this moment, so they don't push each other. Just stay relaxed and wait for the last 100 meters. Then at that moment you can push it. But America is doing a really good one, and they have homes in the end, so you know that they will do a good job.
Norway starting to exert in second position with Astrid Ertsgaard. USA, their final leg will be Alexis Holmes. Norway just ahead of Belgium for this final changeover. And this is an all-European battle for that second spot at the moment. Forget about the USA, they are gone, and forget about the ones behind, they aren't catching. It is Norway with Henriette Jaeger in excellent form this year in the early stages of her season, and Belgium have Helena Ponetta on the final leg. Alexis Holmes is running serenely down the back straight. They have trimmed the gap slightly to Alexis Holmes. They're not going to catch her, but it's Norway still holding the advantage, Daphne.
Yeah, but see, Holmes, she looks like running in a park or something like that. It looks really relaxed, but this one is really nice in the last 100 meters between Belgium and Norway. Belgium is coming.
Norway at the moment, Belgium switching up the inside here. Helena Potter's seen a bit of room. Can she get there? Alexis Holmes sends the USA to the Olympics, and Henriette Jaeger is going to hang on for Norway. And Norway will book their place at the Olympic Games. What a brilliant performance from that quartet. Norway have never qualified for the Olympic Games in the women's 4x400 until now, and that's what it means.
They are so happy. It's so cool to watch that, but it was a really good race. National record as well. Wow.
Norway sent 4 athletes to the Bahamas, and they are currently lying on the track, hugging There we go. And the first Norwegian Olympians in history in the women's 4x400 meters. As a result of that national record, the USA got the job done really effectively. As you said, Alexis Holmes looked like she was having a jog down the beach here in the Bahamas. But again, times don't matter today. Save a bit in your legs because there's $40,000 of prize money tomorrow as well, so you might as well contest that as well if your top two spot is secure. But these are some of the stories that we would expect, the smiles on the faces, some of the surprise packages. Norway upsetting Belgium. So let's look back at some of the key moments here. As you can see, it was very tight between Belgium and Norway. Norway always had that advantage by a few meters, and that never changed as we see Robinson to Holmes.
It must be so difficult when you stand here, you want to go, but you need to wait because they have a lot of lactic, so you need to wait till the end when she's coming close and go, because I think you are too excited to go, so you need some time.
Well, Alexis Holmes saving plenty in her legs there to get the USA across the line, but we just saw Jaeger. I don't know if she was drifting out thinking she was trying to make it more difficult for Ponetta to have to run around her, but she actually left enough of a gap up the inside that if Ponetta had the legs, she could have snuck through.
Yeah, but you see her in her legs, she's still relaxed. Of course, she had the lactic, but she's still pushing and pushing and pushing just to the finish line. The Belgian girl was doing the same, but she, was a little bit more tired, I guess.
Well, step by step there, Henriette Jaeger knew she was getting closer to making a bit of Norwegian history. And she and her teammates, Josephine Eriksson, Amelie Juul and Astrid Erdsgaard, have done exactly that as they take the second spot behind the USA. Belgium, you would expect them probably to be right in the hunt tomorrow for the place in Olympic qualifying round 2. Let's have a look at
The USA came to the Bahamas with one mission: remind the world who owns the women's 4x400 meter. And from the very first leg, they looked unstoppable. Smooth baton changes, raw speed, pure dominance. Alexis Holmes crossed the line like the pressure never even existed. But behind them, chaos was exploding. Norway were not supposed to be here. No Olympic history in this event. No global expectations. But lap after lap, they fought like a nation refusing to be ignored. Henriette Jaeger delivered the race of her life under unbelievable pressure, holding off Belgium in one of the most intense final laps of the championships. And Belgium? They came hunting. Every stride looked desperate. Every meter mattered. They threw everything at Norway trying to steal that Olympic spot before the finish line. This was not just a relay. This was survival.